Outlaws of Rock. Tully Dio Show set list.
Yeah, man.
Episode 341.
It is.
We got it's a spectacular show.
This is one of the good ones.
Yeah, I got some great rock and roll and some fun stuff that we haven't even revealed yet because we haven't talked about it.
So we're literally just, edge of the seat.
Edge of the seat types of, yeah, right there. Like when the kids are in the kitchen in Jurassic Park.
Just hanging out, that delicious food, and all of a sudden they had to throw it up. Because they got nervous.
Got scared. Reign of Z Reflections. These guys kick so much ass.
What does the Z stand for?
I don't know. I should look.
Shit. Is it zombies?
It could Zod.
Oh, Zod pull off.
Yeah, I did. I went straight fucking Superman.
Fuck, man. I wouldn't want to fuck with that.
We're looking it up.
Yeah.
Reign of Z. They might not reveal it though. I might have to ask them. Because they might not let you know. Sometimes they like mystery.
The reign of Zatarans, rights.
Zanzibar. No, that's an X. Oh. Reign of Z, Reflections, and then Honeycub. Played them a bunch from the UK. They're great stuff. Imitation Heart right now. The Tully Dio Show. Outlaws of Rock. Playing.
Betrayals burn until sick in my head.
Honey Cub, Imitation Heart, Reign of Z, Reflections. We got a couple newcomers to the show. This one, the Reign of Z is the first time we played with them. And then this is also another band. First time we're playing them. Excellent band. This is great rock and roll. Modern Mimes, which is a great name too. Down and Dead.
Oh, when you're feeling down, you're down and dead. Oh, when you feel down, you're down and dead. Oh, when you're feeling down, you're down and dead. Oh, when you feel down, you're down. How did I fall into everything's beautiful? A guy and everything was so fast. Sinners that you still have salvation. Live the moment, let pass. The feelings that keep you trapped, losing no war. The strength you need is anew. And when feeling subdued, pray for more. Oh, when you're feeling down, down and dead. Oh, when you feel down. Your point of view, believe you can, healing from the gut through, control you have within you, it's in your hands, gentle scent of perfume, let patience be your virtue, steady oceans, rinsing worry from you, remembering your own truth, you're only human. Oh, when you're feeling down, down and dead. Oh, when you feel down.
So we basically have two tugboat horn. It's not like it's the sound of a tugboat. That would be lame.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking engine and some water. No, it's the horn.
It's the horn. Yeah.
So we got two Foley effects that I think we've pretty much perfected.
That's all we need.
Not masters of the craft.
You do a good impression of an Irishman. You know,
sometimes I can get in there.
You are an Irishman.
I am. And the old Italian Irish combo. And then, but also I can do, there's a bunch of them I could do for like a really, 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 really small amount of time. My accuracy, the amount of time I can hold an accent is minuscule.
Like a minuscule window and open.
It's so small. I can do that. That's all I can do. See, I did Australian, but it's already over. Because if I would have said one more word, I would have shit the bed, and I didn't want to do it.
That was so quick; it just flashed by my eyes.
And I there's no way I can string together a full paragraph because it would go like Scottish into Irish into English into Australian into something. I don't know. It'd be a mess.
Yeah.
It'd be a mess.
That's fucking intense.
I know, but I can just throw like a one, like just usually one word.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like I'm a linguist all of a sudden for that small window.
Exactly.
You know?
Emalina.
You're the linguist now.
Send us another one. They always send us some amazing, cool alternative. We're not allowed to call it alternative rock, but it used to be called alternative, like 120-minute style.
Yeah, people get upset, I guess. Right?
Yeah, like you know, it used to be. It's been called so many things throughout music history, from new wave to like alt rock to whatever. I don't even know what they call it now.
Yeah, it's pretty much you have to be alternative if you're not like sweating and drinking and hitting on women. That's
right.
The alternative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because really, how much less did Talking Heads rock than anyone else?
Exactly.
But they were like straight alternative because they were like not. They were like, going back to school and taking night classes.
Right. But exactly. They're still doing coke with the New York Dolls.
Well, that's true. Well, but though it was the times. Yeah. I think if you didn't, you probably
doing lewds with fucking Rod Stewart.
Those were the days.
That's right.
The song is Let's Go, and it's Big Jim's Wild Card for episode 341.
She loves the looks of 35, but before she got there, she used the sadness and her beauty to make herself a millionaire. Lyra, can you millionaire? Sucking down on the fresh air. Hear that same song everywhere. She's been talking of a revolution. Before she got there, she used the sadness and her beauty to make herself a millionaire. Lyra, can you millionaire? Sucking down on the fresh air. Hear that same song everywhere. She's been talking of emancipation. Before she got there, she used the sadness and her beauty to make herself a millionaire. Lyra, can you millionaire? Sucking down on the fresh air. Hear that same song everywhere. You were born to write your songs for you. You were born to write your songs for you. You were born to write your songs for you. You were born to write your songs for you.
Emalina, Let's Go. They got so many. They sent me like 6 tracks or 5 tracks, and they're all great. So we'll be hearing them staggered throughout the show.
Yeah.
That was Big Jim's Wild Card. That's a bad version.
I mean, it's not great.
That's like when I was taking Foley at the community college, when I was taking Foley Arts 101, when they're like, okay, Mr. Dio, do you want to show us your whip noise? That was like my first homework. And I was like, whip you. And they're like, that's fucking terrible. But now that I got my master's,
you're studying all night for that too.
I know, and I just shit it.
I just
was bad.
Yeah, I mean,
the pressure was there too, though.
Yeah, now you have your associate's degree in Foley art.
Yeah, now I'm all like, whoosh, and the fucking now like I'm fucking on Instagram with the professor. We're buds, me and the prof.
Yeah, you're just high-fiving.
We just send each other voice memos of Foley art things.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, right. What is this?
That's really cool. Hey, what's he gonna say?
Horse. A galloping horse.
Nay.
There
nuts.
That's what we do. My life is complex. My life is very complex.
I mean, it is.
The fail-safe, burn it to the ground, breaking in a sequence, twine, and then riot after midnight with thrill killer. It's killer, but you know.
Oh yeah,
churched it up a little.
You churched it up.
Yeah, those guys are fucking rad.
Fuck yeah.
Check out their music videos. They're bringing it. Just if you don't have fucking fun at a riot after midnight concert, I don't think you can.
Yeah, you're fucking up.
When you're in Australia.
Yeah,
I've never been to a concert in Australia.
I feel like you know it would be fun though, right?
Well, now I really do, because if we ever went to Australia, we'd call all these people that we know from Australia. And even if they didn't want to meet up, even if they were like, oh, we're too busy, whatever, we'd be like, where do we go? That isn't like tour shit. Like, we want to go see some rock and roll with some motherfucking Aussies.
Yeah.
Getting in there.
I want to drink a lot.
Oi. Like just beer spilling, but it's evaporating before it even hits the ground. It's fucking hot there.
It's so hot.
And you're fucking drunk outside wrestling a fucking spider. It's like, because he's like 8x8.
I know they probably say, hey, the spiders aren't that big, right? They probably tell you that all the time. Didn't we talk about that with Carly Jewel?
Yeah.
And she was like,
but to you,
yeah, they'll say
Carly,
they want you to come.
Carly's a fucking Australian, so she's hard as a coffin nail with that shit.
Yeah.
Like they probably see our spiders here and they just wouldn't even get up.
She's a walking railroad spike. She
man. Like, they're not gonna fucking that's all wimp shit to them.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, like, the honest truth, they probably see our spiders and they'd be like, yeah, all right. That cool thing. So is a bigger spider gonna come and eat that? Like, no, those are our big ones.
That's a spider?
Those are our big ones. No. Oh, is that a baby? No, it's full grown. Yeah, look at how cute it is. They'd like pick it up and take it outside.
You eat it.
Yeah.
Fucking
great snacks.
Oh, what?
Because their spiders are the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, like literally though.
It's just,
I can't do it.
I like to when I get drunk, sometimes I like to go on a little, and I'm going to even use a walkabout. I like to just fire around.
Yep.
Get weird with it. Not any long journey, just a little, get out there.
Zip around
Not a lot of danger here.
There's more physical danger with human interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I go like, oh, I'm gonna walk over that way, and then I get bit by, like, one block, I get bit by a snake. The next block, I get bit by a spider. The next block, I get bit by a scorpion. Like, there's just no escape.
And the frogs are dangerous.
Man,
and
you get punched in the dick by a kangaroo or something. Just an ornery kangaroo who didn't get enough carrots or whatever they eat, and just is coming by and they just punch.
Yeah.
Like, if she's like, I'm gonna set my baby over here, she sets her baby down, and then you're like, you don't know. You're just walking down the street and there's a kangaroo, and you're like, why would that thing? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then you don't know there's no baby.
Exactly.
But then she's like, you better get away. And then you're like, all right. And she just starts socking you. You can't win.
And guess what? You got to be, the dingo's not around. It's the fucking kangaroo.
And don't they have like sharp feet claws too? Like, they could just rip your guts out or something? Or is that? That's an ostrich?
No, I'm pretty sure that kangaroos can do that.
Yeah.
Or it's a raptor, either one. We'll figure it out. A velociraptor.
So anyway, if you go to a riot after midnight concert, you'll have fun.
That's the thing, man.
Stay indoors.
I'll watch you guys on YouTube.
Stay indoors.
Yeah, I'm not coming over. I'm not going to come over.
Not unless you let us know that's going to be a spider-free environment.
If their fucking spiders are big, imagine they're cockroaches.
You can actually arm wrestle them.
Yeah, I'm not hanging.
They're that big.
I'm not going to do it.
Check them out along with breaking in a sequence and failsafe right now.
playing on repeat, bring me to my knees. And now I feel so dead all over again, with all the fucked up thoughts inside of my head. But I'm not still standing just to give in, because it never ends. Can you give me one last night, just a chance to make it right? I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. I'll never give up, I'll never give up. Can you give me one more try, 'cause I need you by my side. I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. Telling me we had our chance, you're moving on without a second glance, and now you fake your innocence with blood on both our hands. Rising from ashes and racing to hell, falling from grace 'cause we can't help ourselves. Can you give me one last night, just a chance to make it right? I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. I'll never give up, I'll never give up. Can you give me one more try, 'cause I need you by my side. I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. I'll never give up, I'll never give up on you. Do you wanna smash the override and pull the plug so we can die tonight and burn it down to the ground? Do you wanna smash the override and pull the plug so we can die tonight and burn it down to the ground? You burn it to the ground. been drunk and hellbound from the darkest corners of the Midwest. Come to tear this down. We'll take more than a few rounds. We'll tear it up and put them down. You always know what's good for me. So pour me around. 1, 2, 3. Shots, shots, shots of whiskey. Times like this, I've been on the web, so come right in for a round with my friends. We'll take more than a few rounds. We'll tear it up and put them down. You always know what's good for me. So pour me around. 1, 2, 3. Shots, shots, shots of whiskey. We'll take more than a few rounds. We'll tear it up and put them down. You always know what's good for me. So pour me around. 1, 2, 3. Shots, shots, shots of whiskey.
It's interview time. I'm cutting the shit. It's you doing a tugboat?
I was trying to.
The old tugboat?
Sound like a fucking
You looked like you were like a pro at that. I was really expecting.
Jen is
Yeah.
Jen. Now, all right. Here's right off the bat. We're gonna get into it.
Bam.
Belinsky.
Belinsky. Yeah, you said that
Right. Because I was gonna. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Right.
My
Your
fucking
last
brain,
name's like one letter different.
my
Burr.
brain exploded. I was sending you the email right now. I'm like, holy shit, her last name really is Belinsky.
It is.
It's one letter difference,
It-
right?
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Apparently, there was like 5 or 6 other letters that were on my last name when my family immigrated here. Nobody has any idea of what it is, though. I'm apparently the only one in my family who like cares about that kind of thing. I've always asked those questions. Everyone's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because they were just like when any immigrants were coming over, they'd say their name, and it was just some dick standing there with a pen. He's like, "What was it?" Yeah, I don't fucking care. And then they just would
like,
write down whatever was close enough.
Yeah.
Totally.
Get out of the line. Welcome to America.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so-
we fucked up your name. No, we're not.
Yeah.
Don't care. Figure
You're
it out.
Now.
Go to Little Italy.
Yeah.
Go.
Totally.
All right. So now, Jen, you're in the entertainment business. You're an actress.
Yes.
You work. You do good stuff.
I try.
You've
try.
done some bits
Not
on the
good,
show.
not.
You've done some bits on the show, and they were farting hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Great characters.
Thank you. Thank you. I've always just like kind of had a knack for like costume stuff. And, it's like I've been around a lot of colorful people my whole life. And as I put on like bits and pieces, I also love a mustache.
Oh, well, you can't. I mean, come on.
I also will say that I think I rock a mustache pretty well. Every time I put one on, even if I were to put one on like this, I look in the mirror and I'm like, all right. So bad. But yeah, it's just about like, I don't know. I've always kind of like seen people, or I mean, from living in New York, I grew up outside of Philly. My brother and sister are much older than me, so I've always seen I've always been around older people who were like, I guess, more developed humans, and just seeing the weirdness. I mean, I don't think anything's really weird, but weirdness, for lack of a better.
The extreme uniqueness.
Exactly. And yeah, I don't know, I get an itch for replicating that, or my own version of that.
It's a comedy choice that I don't feel like is really even being done that much right now. And it's a shame, because if you think just on the female, I mean, there's men that have done it too, but like Tracy Ullman and Lily Tomlin and
McKinnon does a good amount. And
she does do pretty good. Yeah. Because the more you can do, I just think it's my favorite thing. And especially when someone improvises in character.
Yeah.
Then it gets really weird.
Yeah. Nothing that I do is really scripted, for the most
And
part.
that's the best part, because it's just coming from the place of the character, not from you. It's like total freedom.
Yeah. I'm a Meisner trained actor, so pretty much the entire first year of training is all improv. Everything is improv, and they heavily welcome that. Like, I've worked with a lot of directors who just want what's on the script. They don't really want you to bend it too much. And then a lot of directors, I would say more directors than not that I've worked with, have just been like, if something doesn't work, change it. Like, just go for it. And I think I don't know what it's like on a much higher level, but I know on like a student level, on just like whatever other level surrounds that besides big budget stuff, I feel like the directors are pretty open to that kind of thing.
It always, for me, it always has a more natural, my watching it, I can feel how natural it is, because if you understand the character you're playing as an actor and actress, you're responding as them. So it's going to be real. And the writer, you're translating someone else's words, which is an art. However, I don't believe that the reaction, the facial, like everything is real, because that improv moment when you're that whatever character that you love playing and you're saying something, it's so natural.
Yeah. And something that my coaches have always taught us is to kind of put your own improv even in the points of a script that you can't put improv, right? So like, you have a script and let's say they want you to completely go exactly by the book, right? My coaches have taught us to go in and paraphrase each line, so we can at least have that paraphrased improv line in our mind while you're saying that line, and that helps fuel it to, I don't know, say it better. Yeah,
to make it more organic, or to give it some, it's like it almost gives it more depth. I don't know. It makes it more. It just makes it more. Sometimes words are hard.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some music. Let's talk about, and I love doing this. It's a get to know you situation for the people, right. First vinyl that you've ever bought. And this has to be with your money. Even if you stole the money, I don't care. I'm not here to judge. First tape and first CD. We'll go with vinyl.
So, this might be disappointing, but my parents have a huge vinyl collection, so I've never purchased an actual vinyl. Plus, I don't have a record player yet. And that's a case of like, it's not that I haven't bought one. It's that my family has had so many that were so big and heavy and also so broken. And everyone's like, we're going to get it fixed. We're going to get it fixed. We're going to get it fixed. It never gets fixed. Or they're like 500 pounds and I've moved a bunch and I just haven't.
Yeah, so that's the hardest.
I have sadly never bought my own.
Okay, well then we'll change it. What was the album that you listened to the most out of the ones that your family had?
Billie Holiday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I remember, I think out of my dad's, it was Steve Miller Band.
Okay.
Was the ones that I didn't buy that, but that Steve Miller Band's greatest hits.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. Like, I just thought that was the most fun.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know he was talking about smoking pot and stuff. I didn't know. Or didn't I? Maybe I did. I don't know.
Maybe you did, yeah.
Let's go tape. First cassette tape. Also, a single could be used in this or an 8-track. It all depends. Because I actually bought an 8-track 2 years ago. I found Elton John's Greatest Hits at the thrift store, and I bought it I have any way to play it. So I'm saying like anything is up.
Cheap Walkman or something. Maybe. I mean, times are changing. They're probably very expensive now because they're considered a vintage.
That's right.
Yeah. Now
they're cool again. It's analog.
Yeah. So the first one that I was given, I'm gonna throw that into, was John Prine. It was a cassette my dad gave me, John Prine, which is funny because I'm not the biggest country person, but I really enjoy John Prine because he sings about really fun stuff, but also very serious.
You're right.
Commentary on serious stuff, which I also had no idea what he was talking about when I was a kid. But like in A Legal Smile, that was the main song that I listened to.
I know, it's so funny.
I was like 8 years old. I was like, I have no idea what this means, but I like this song. But the first cassette I bought was probably Baby One More Time by Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a generational absolute gem.
Yeah.
It changed the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made everything go, I don't know, for the better. I didn't say that. It just did. It was so big.
Pretty catchy song.
I mean, honestly, if you take everything out of it, it's probably one of like the top 10 greatest pop songs ever. It's so bubblegum.
There's so many about Britney's early CDs that do that. Like, I feel like so much changed within her albums in the industry as a whole.
It did.
It really did. I feel like the Britney explosion was something really cool to live through. And
remember when there was like, and then there was like the contenders, like Aguilera was always at her heels, and then they threw like a Jessica Simpson or a Mandy Moore in there.
Yeah. Vitamin C.
Oh, he dropped a Vitamin C.
Oh, I remember Vitamin C, the graduation song. Yes. Oh my gosh. So the thing is, like, I am a person that hates picking favorites. I like, people are like, what's your favorite movie? And I'm like, I already don't like you. Like, I just feel like how can you compare something like, I don't know, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head.
But like Ghostbusters and Citizen Kane.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't.
You can't. Like, some movies are to be appreciated for their own thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you just can't do it. And that's how I feel about music too, right? So when it came to the Britney versus Christina thing, the thing is, like, Britney was such a fantastic performer, right? Like, Christina had dancing too, but like Britney just had this really special performance thing. She also was, from what I've heard, forced to not use her like true singing voice and used kind of that baby Christina or baby Britney voice rather.
I've heard that.
Whereas Christina was a total wailer. Like, she is like a powerhouse of a singer. So to me, like, comparing them is like, how can you compare, you know, like Led Zeppelin to, I don't know, like a really great rap artist or something, like,
right? Yeah, like Led Zeppelin to Tupac. They couldn't be any completely fucking different.
It's so different. And I will say the Backstreet Boys NSYNC thing, I was definitely more of a Backstreet Boys fan, hands down. But also, like, that was a little more.
They really were a better band.
They were better.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Incomplete still holds up.
They're still touring, I think.
No,
it does.
It does.
If I hear it, I don't shut it off.
I don't. Yeah, man. TRL.
Because I respect pop music. It's not my go-to.
Sure.
Like, it's not. But if you're feeling down and you want it, just throw on like whatever decade your favorite decade is. Just look up pop hits.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can't. You just can't. In the 80s, it was like 99 Luftballons and shit. Like, you're just dancing around. You're walking on sunshine.
All notes.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember the first time I heard, I think it was I Want It That Way. I was walking around in a Blockbuster with my dad.
That was
And
a good
I
one.
remember looking up at the screen. You know, they always played music videos. I just remember looking up at the screen and I was like, what is this? And then I heard it on the radio that week, and then I heard it again, and I was like, I need to know everything about this.
When
And
he
I was
actually,
just visiting, and I had like a Backstreet Boy scarf. I had Backstreet Boy books, like so much Backstreet Boy paraphernalia. I had cassettes, DVDs, not DVDs, VHSs. Like I had so much. And I had every concert they ever did that was on HBO, like taped. And I even pulled the little tab on the VHS.
Oh, yeah.
Tape over it. I was like, no.
You will not record Days of Our Lives over this, Mom.
No.
You will not.
She was more of a General Hospital.
Oh, I was going to say General Hospital. Damn, you only got two. I only got the two.
Yeah.
And I went the one route. That was, I Want It That Way was actually my second favorite song by them.
So
that
good.
very first big hit.
when they had music videos too.
And
like
they did, and that was solid pop music.
Yeah.
Like it's not supposed to have a ton of depth.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun.
What's also fun though is like when you rewatch music videos from the 90s, so many of them like don't, especially pop music, like they don't really make sense now. Like
Right.
I watch them and I'm like my friend he's a decade younger than me. He knows the Backstreet Boys obviously, but he's not really familiar with the music videos because like I grew up watching them on TRL every day.
Right.
And I played for him the Everybody music video, which is like very Halloween themed. And
Yep.
he was
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
You remember Larger Than Life?
Yeah.
What the fuck was going on there?
Oh,
Sci-fi.
yeah.
It was like
No
a fucking
clue.
$80 million video too. Like
Yeah, and there's always like the like one pretty girl that they hire to like stand, and they just like film her with like the air blowing, and she's like closing her eyes and then opening her eyes and then closing her eyes and opening her eyes through the whole thing, and she's not doing anything else but that.
In
like,
every video.
in every video.
It didn't even matter if it was a boy band or like a rock band or whatever. There was just that one hot chick that they just kept the camera on. It was absolutely mind blowing.
And
It was just
occasionally some of her like slightly less hot friends.
yeah. Well, she was the focus. So let's
Yeah,
not,
of course.
that was the role you didn't want to get in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a slightly less hot friend. No, you're hot. Well, slightly less though.
I remember being like late in elementary school, like really being obsessed with the Backstreet Boys, and any of the people I was friends with, the girls specifically, we would talk about who our favorite Backstreet Boy was. And I remember having like feuds with people because they had the same favorite
Yeah.
Backstreet Boy as me. And I was like, that's my husband, not your husband. I was like, Nick Carter's mine. And they're like, no, Nick Carter's mine. I was like, mm-mm. And just like fighting with people about
Then
it.
you had to pog for it.
Oh my gosh. I still have Pogs. I actually found a bunch of Crazy Bones. Do you remember Crazy Bones?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody remembers those.
Oh my God. All those toys. That was a good toy time.
It was.
There's a lot of wacky shit. And that stuff was fun because you could do it with your friends.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember, like, do you remember the creepy crawler? First of all, I was talking to somebody like a couple weeks ago actually about Nickelodeon's toy commercials specifically. Like all the best toys.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. And I remember getting the creepy
Yak.
crawlers, and they also came out with a creepy crawler like gummy edition.
Yup.
Instead of just making the squishy things, they were gummies. They were so good. And at my mom's house, and I've looked into this extensively, and they don't sell the product for it anymore, but I have a blow pop maker.
What?
No.
Literally put the grape or cherry sugar in, and then a gum ball, not a gum ball, but like a little gum wad.
Yeah.
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 And then
Yeah.
the rest of the sugar, and then you close the thing and you melt it and you put the stick in place, and then after the thing like lights up, then you slam the stick in and then let it cool, and it comes with like wrappers and everything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, blow pop maker, man.
They don't make that anymore?
No, I used to make concoctions. I would do like half cherry, half grape.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was probably one of my favorite gifts that I ever got.
Oh, it's
Really
great.
cool.
It's like an easy bake oven, but it's like the next level shit.
Yeah. I want that now.
It's like,
I
what are they?
wanted to
What's a
bake up
candy
around my
maker?
20s.
There's, are you kidding me? You can have parties with that thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That'd
we're
be
doing a
fun.
blow pop party. I mean, everybody's just going to get drunk anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the activity is.
Exactly.
You know, it could be
I was
coloring
just
books.
stoked to have a blow pop party.
Seriously.
People
The
would.
only thing I ever
it
used
would-
to buy on sugar.
Oh my God,
It's
it
the
would be a
It's
blast.
the only way I stopped smoking. And if I could have the option to make a fucking blow pop, like right now.
Yeah. Can we talk about candy comebacks too? Like, do you remember Chupa Chews? I think is how you say it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I bought a bag of those online because they came back out with their ice cream flavors, and they had like the chocolate vanilla
Yep.
one, the strawberry vanilla ones. Those were really amazing. I actually just finished the bag like a month ago. And cream savers are back. Do you guys remember cream savers? Those strawberries and cream savers?
Cream savers. What did they look
It
like?
was like a lifesaver though, but it was like
Oh my
creamy.
God,
Like
they
cream,
were
right?
so good.
And the hole didn't go all the way through. And
Right. It
the
stopped.
smoothest. Like when you pop one in, it's like it's like licking glass or something. Like
Yeah.
nothing in the world smoother than a cream saver. There just isn't. There's
And they
like,
were delicious.
so good.
Man, I didn't even know that. There used to be a candy place right down the street here on Magnolia.
Yeah.
Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets.
And they'd
That's
have
right.
all sorts
Well,
of weird stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it closed because of the economy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think COVID.
COVID economy, I
COVID
think.
economy.
Monkeypox, COVID
Here's a
economy.
good one. In Atlantic City, they have this huge It's Sugar, and the wall, there's like a jelly bean wall that I'm like looking at my wall, so obviously you don't know the measurements I'm measuring in my brain right now, but it's like 5 or 6 car lengths, like pickup truck car lengths of just jelly beans. Just jelly beans. Just jelly beans.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Amazing.
Did we do CD?
Oh, CD.
No, I didn't know. I couldn't remember because you could have gotten the Backstreet Boys on
Oh,
CD.
That's true.
Yeah, I did have all of their CDs, and
I
still
figured.
have a lot of CDs at my mom's house that she wants me to get rid of, but it hurts to think about. But my first one was Natalie Imbruglia.
Oh, the Brood.
Love her.
He loves
Yeah.
her.
Love
dude.
her.
Yeah.
Torn, straight up. Highly
Torn.
underrated.
The
Highly
Brood.
underrated as a pop singer. I think she was one of the best out there. She had the look.
Yeah.
She had the tunes.
Performing.
And she looks great.
Yeah.
I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah.
She's Italian. I was like, Australian Italian.
No way.
Wow.
Yay, right? I wouldn't be able to handle it. Imbruglia. Her
Yeah.
name was, and who didn't like saying her last name?
Right?
I think a lot of people didn't know how to say it.
Oh, I know. It was tough. It was a hard sell.
Yeah.
She made it. She didn't, but she went for it. Like she
Yeah.
just was like, whatever. I'm already a big star in Australia, so
Yeah.
whatever. Produce my album. Did she have any other hits on? I think she had like 3 hits on that. There was one called Smoke.
Yeah. Honestly, that was really the biggest one, so that's all that's really sticking out to me.
And a lot of times it seems like with pop music, well, back in the day, you'd buy the whole thing and you just would pretty much play that. Like the one
I would
song.
usually do a full listen through and pick out other songs I liked and then listen to those.
That's if you can do it. If you can do it, there's usually a couple gems,
Yeah.
often at the end.
Yeah, like 8 or 9 is usually good.
Yep.
Sometimes there's I love like a bonus track.
Oh,
I love when a bonus track is really a bonus track and not just a remix of one of the tracks that's already on there.
I remember Ozzy Osbourne, and I got it on, I think it was tape. He had a hidden track, and the song's called Hero, but it wasn't on the tape, and it wasn't announced. It was just something that people talked about. If you let the tape keep playing for another minute, the song's on there. So it wasn't listed. It was just something he did. And I thought that was so rad.
Yeah.
Not good business.
No.
Not good business, no, but really good for diehard fans.
Oh, I was like, I'll wait for 6 hours if that's some. And you have to, I got it on tape. So it's like,
Yeah.
wait
I mean,
for,
how devastating was it on the times that your cassette would unravel?
oh,
Sometimes you could get it back just right.
with the pencil.
Yeah, sometimes it would just.
For those kids out there, get yourself a number 2 pencil. It's the best way to do it.
I saw a TikTok video of this girl who grabbed a bunch of, what are they called? Floppy disks from the thrift store. And she was like, I don't know what the hell these are, but we're going to find out. And I was like, if you don't have a desktop, good luck. Like an old desktop. Good luck. Seriously.
Enjoy figuring out what those are.
Fucking
Yeah.
dummy.
Imagine how many she destroyed, because you could pull the metal to the side.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How could you not know what that is though? I mean, I'm just saying like don't you kind of want to know what, like, I know what an 8-track is. I wasn't alive when there was 8. Like I just know what it is.
Yeah.
But I think it also depends how much, like, my parents talk to me a lot about old stuff.
Yeah, me too.
They talk, like, both my parents were music people. They always talk to me about like the old ways that they did this and that, or when I had this when I was growing up, and
Yeah.
just like random stuff I would find in the house or going to my grandma's house. Like, I also asked a lot of questions. I feel like a lot of kids don't really ask a lot of questions. That's probably just me saying that. I don't know if that's actually true.
Well, they can just look it up all the time. It wasn't so easy when we were really little to look it up all the time. You just went and asked your grandma or your ma. Like, you know what I mean?
Annoying kid always asking questions like, well, how about this? Well, how about this? Well, how about
Yeah.
this?
What's a 45? Well, I can show you what a 45 is. Like, I bet you most kids don't know what a 45 is. And my mom just had a stack of Motown ones that we used to listen to, like Stevie Wonder, and those were fun. Those were fun. So Jen, what do you have coming up? What do you got going on that for the people to look out for?
The age-old question. So right now I am producing a feature film with a friend of mine. It's pretty under wraps right now. We're working on funding, but it's going to be like a Venice Beach comedy. So that's really fun. I'm also acting in it too.
Excellent.
Yeah, his name's Joe Clark. He's a really, really great director. I've worked with him on some other projects as an actor. Other than that, I'm working on a one-woman show. It's going to be kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of ideas for it, but it's kind of it's gonna be like an immersive sort of, hopefully, experience.
Cool.
I'm still ironing out a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
But the clarity is coming. It's like nothing happens in my brain for like 2 weeks, and then suddenly I get like a giant brain barf, and then like dry again for like a month. Other than that, like I'm really trying to focus on getting some theater stuff in. I have a couple auditions this week, and I've just been doing like some commercial stuff, some voiceover stuff, kind of getting into voiceover animation a little bit, which is
great.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
if you can get in too, because they're kind of clicky, but if you get in, you're in. Like you're in.
I would like to more do that from I don't know, kind of do it myself kind of thing. Like work with people who are not, because now, right, you have like the internet, like becoming an actor is not this like great coveted thing that it used to be. Like, yeah, sure, to like really break.
No, I know. Yeah.
A lot of influencers that are now getting gigs on really big shows, right? Like HBO hires a lot of influencers on shows like Euphoria and things like that. Like people who were never really actors to begin with are now getting gigs, and a lot of gigs I get turned down for because like you don't have over 5,000 followers or over 10,000 followers, but the opportunity to make more of your own work and have people actually see it is greater now because of social media. Like that's, I mean, look, everything's got a positive and a negative, and social media certainly has both. But that's one of the positives for sure.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I would love to just like work with a team of creatives. My focus now, I'm not just feeling like, oh, I need to make it. Like for me, as long as I have a job that money's coming in and I can create and like work with people and collaborate and just come up with ideas together, which is I guess what collaborating means, then I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing that feels better than being in charge of your own artistic career.
Yeah.
Because the other people will fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you to hurry up. Like, just like you just said, I can't think of anything for 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden it's like just creative. Like it literally just pours out of you. It happens to me too. That's how creative people are, but that's not how business people are.
And you know, this is a concept I've been thinking about for 5 years. I've been going back and forth. I have so many Google Doc pages, so many things in the notes section of my phone with just random ideas, random concepts, little blurbs here and there, and it's been imagined and reimagined so many times. And over the past couple of months, I've really been able to kind of like throw some things down on paper that like, because it's like you have this like vibe or this idea or this like feeling that you want to go for, or express or whatever, but the execution is always the hardest part.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you want to do it in a way that really like scratches that itch,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like everything just felt like, yeah, but I don't know if that'll translate. Maybe not that. But I'm in a phase right now where the ideas I'm coming up with are actually connecting to each other. So it's not just a bunch of random things that have nothing to do with each other, and I'm just kind of like, okay, how the hell am I supposed to sew these together? But yeah. So
But you will.
Yeah.
You will. It just takes a little while for it to all come together. You know what I mean? It's putting together a puzzle. It's an artistic puzzle that you know what it looks like. Now you just got to put all the pieces together, and you will, because you got the vision. That's just time. And if you're not afraid of time, you're good to go.
Kind of that feeling when you wake up from a dream and you like don't really remember what the dream was, but you kind of see this like fuzziness, and then finally like the next day it comes to you. You're like, oh yeah, that's what that dream was. That's kind of the same kind of like uncovering process that this feels like. I'm like, what is it? I'm like, oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Oh, we'll interview you once you have it.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. Thanks for calling in.
I'd love
Thanks
that.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, of course.
Look at, is that a new thing he's going to do every fucking time now with the tugboat? That's it. Do it, dude.
All right.
Interview's over.
Yeah. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye,
you guys
Jen.
for having me. I appreciate it. Bye.
Top of the top fucking 10. Fucking 10.
We're on top.
Top fucking 10. Coming in at number 10 for the first week from last week's set list is P Mad with Sisters.
This is a good song.
Yeah.
I like this song a lot.
I told you, it's got industrial vibes.
Yeah. I was listening to like 4 times, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
they're going to like that. On. Yeah, these guys, and they're very nice.
They seem like mentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Stolenmoans with Poonum 2. The Psychos of Soul, Like You Used To. Against the Sun. Undone. Against the Sun's been bouncing all over this chart.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. And then Kill Cody.
He's just creeping up there.
So long he is. And Word 66 with Tonight Is the Night. That one just stays. It just hovers there in the middle. Same with Jack Mystery Mascara.
Both of those guys are just heavy and in the middle.
They've been on the list forever.
Long time.
Garlic Rooster. If we kept those type of stats.
Yeah. I mean,
but we don't.
It's a very just.
We don't keep them.
Cuff. It's a shoot at the.
Yeah, we don't keep those.
Type of stats system.
We don't keep them.
We don't keep them, but we know.
It's a lot of paperwork.
We know.
I spilled beer on them.
I burnt that.
Number 4 is Jack Mystery Mascara. Number 3, Garlic Rooster, Paranoid Ambitions. Number 2, Crying Club, Great Day to Be a Zebra. And number 1 is Bone with Rust.
Heavy song.
Heavy.
Top.
Heavy. So the other one that was really heavy? The second one. Pinfinger.
Pinfinger's very heavy. And they were up on top.
Yeah, they made it to number 1 because this is what I'm saying about what we were saying. Stick with it, because like it's all different types.
Yeah.
People are voting for different types of rock and roll, from like more alternative to heavy.
Yeah.
So, it's good because they want to hear all of it, and that's when it's the most fun.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. That's the end of the show. That was the end of the top F and 10. We're the Outlaws of Rock. Dio. Yeah. And this is the Tully Dio Show. We'll be back next week with another fresh show. Big beers and cheers, everybody.
we'd cry. You said we'd cry. You said we'd cry when we die. When we die, we all came to see what shoes you wear, what shoes you wear. Dreaming dreams of dreams, dreaming dreams of dreams, taken away like an ocean wave. Hold your head up high and be proud. The devils and the demons, the devils and the demons, the devils and the demons will always be there, will always be there. Careful what you wish for, careful what you wish for, it may not always be fair. You walk amongst the gods, you walk amongst the gods. All I can hear is a sound. All I can hear is a sound. White noise in my head, white noise in my head, spinning around to no end. There is an end to fly away. There is an end to fly away. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Dreaming dreams of dreams. You said we cry, you said we cry, you said we cry when you die. You said we cry when you die. Dreaming dreams of dreams. Taken away like an ocean wave, like an ocean wave. Hold your hand up high, be proud. The devils and the demons, the devils and the demons will always be there, will always be there, will always be there.
Rise and shine, departure time. Lay that log down in the bright
You don't know me choice, my friend, 'cause tonight is the night. Resentment, hate, and revenge are still fresh in your mind, while hope, faith, and purity are getting left behind. The new creation is here, the old is gone, the new is here. Eternal life awaits as the flame of hope draws near. You think it's too late to change and win this fight. It's time to make a choice, my friend, 'cause tonight is the night. At this time, the struggles against the flesh have just begun. The lies we tell ourselves are tainted by the evil one. They tell you that it's okay and everybody sins. It's time to take that vow and let the Holy Spirit in. You think it's too late to change and win this fight. It's time to make a choice, my friend, 'cause tonight is the night. You think it's too late to change and win this fight. It's time to make a choice, my friend, 'cause tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. The zebra senses something's wrong. Looks over his back, all he sees is stripes of his old black and white, and a patch of tall grass swaying in the wind. He missed the lioness, obscured by grass he sees too late. When the zebra sees her, it's too late. She jumps out and he's on his back and she's got his neck. Tripped out inside of her mouth, a ruthless death with foolishness, a lesson taught while gnawing on his head. Looking for shade in the bulb of trees. She sets herself up, this time amongst the clay. Patience perfected, breath outweighs. His ears are tingling now. What is coming can't be the wind, but he looks the wrong way. Opens a blind eye, condemns himself, submits his flesh for taste.